My name is Brent Baum, and I am not only your favorite contrarian, I'm the only contrarian. Now, I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. And how about the process? The process. That's what we've all been waiting for. And it's here. Great win for the Sixers last night, defeating the Clippers 109-105. Now they're 7-6 on the season. They play against the Los Angeles Lakers next on this West Coast road trip. Yes, they're playing against Lonzo Ball, so it's going to be a very good matchup. But I want to get into the matchup of last night. It was just Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons' show. They were just taking turns, putting on a show. And I just love the fact that Embiid has this charisma, this chutzpah, this confidence about him. He doesn't back down from anybody. And he took it to DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, he's not just any defensive player. He's a two-time first-team all-defensive center. And Embiid just put on a clinic on him. Especially that up fake drive to the basket where he just threw the ball down. I just think that Embiid, the sky is truly the limit with Joel Embiid. First time playing 36 minutes, had 32 points, 16 rebounds. You need to feed the big man the ball. Throw it down, big man, as Bill Walton says. And that's what you got to do with Joel Embiid. Keep feeding him the ball. And he was so much more dominant in this game for the simple fact that Joel Embiid, actually did not just settle for threes. Yes, he was 1 for 5 from 3. I wish that number was lower. I think on average he should shoot 3 threes a game. Top of the key. Now, if he's on, then shoot more threes. But I wouldn't go over 3 threes a game for him. But most of his points came inside the paint. He was 10 for 15 when he was taking either jump shots on the block, face-up game, or when he was going inside, attacking the basket. He had 16 free throws, 9 for 16, not great, 50%, but he was attacking and he was getting to the line. And he was frustrating Willie Reed and DeAndre Jordan all game long. And yes, I remember Willie Reed's name, even though clearly Joel Embiid, he just didn't remember his name at the end of the game when he was doing his press conference. I mean, when he was doing his interview with Molly Sullivan. Molly Sullivan French. So it's one of those things where I think Embiid, he just brings a new level of excitement to the game of basketball. He truly does. And you need that in this day and age. You really need it. And Embiid, he is the next Elijah One. I said when they first drafted him, when you look at his footwork, how dynamic he is on the low block, his impact he has on the defensive end, he's a true rim protector. And he's fast. He is fast. That's the thing that makes him so dynamic. He's 7'2". He's not 7 foot. He's 7'2". And it wouldn't surprise me if he's still growing. Yes, he's 23, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's still growing. So Embiid, it's tough to say who's more valuable. Is it Embiid? Is it Simmons? I'd say right now it's Joel Embiid, just for his impact that he has on both ends of the floor. And he's a threat 94 feet throughout. That's just the way it is with Joel Embiid. But also look at Ben Simmons. No guards can guard Ben Simmons. And the only guys in the league who I think can really guard Ben Simmons because of his athleticism, his quickness, playing the point guard position, is Giannis Antetokounmpo and LeBron James at this point in time. And Kawhi Leonard, of course. I'll give those guys. But most people will have a tough time guarding guarding Ben Simmons because he's a true point forward. But he's not just a point forward, he's a point guard. And at 6'10", you could throw him alley-oops. You saw the one alley-oop he got in the game. I mean, he was torching Lou Williams. And Lou Williams had a great game. 30 points, 5 for 10 from 3. He kept the Clippers in that game. It's a matchup nightmare. And I don't care if Ben Simmons is not that great of a shooter. It doesn't matter. He finds ways to get the ball in the hoop. He had 22 points. I think he had 10 rebounds. And he had 4 assists. So he still managed to have an impact. He still managed to have an impact on the game, even though he can't shoot. People are saying he needs to learn how to shoot the basketball, develop a 15-foot jump shot, be more of a threat shooting. But more times than not, he's going to be going against point guards who are 6'3" and under, and they can't guard him when he's attacking the basket. They just can't. It won't happen. There's no way you can really stop him. So that's a big reason why I say he's a combination. I would say he's a combination of LeBron because of his athleticism and his ability to have eyes in the back of his head and make those kind of passes that you said, well, how did he make that pass? And at the same time, he's like a Magic Johnson in the sense that he's not a great shooter, but he has that ability to score regardless of that deficiency. And he has these no-look passes, and he's truly he really runs the show. And he's only going to get better. That's the thing about Simmons. He's just going to get better. But the unsung hero, and I continue to say this year, it has to be Robert Covington. He finished with 31 points, 5 for 8 from 3. He just spaces the floor so well. He's an ideal three-point shooter to have when you have a playmaker who facilitates the ball like Ben Simmons does. I mean, Covington is shooting 50% now from 3. That's unheard of. And he just keeps lighting it up. Last year I mentioned a lot of people were getting tired of Covington, the inconsistency. But now that pressure's off. He has so much other talent around him where he's just throwing shots up. He's getting easy shots. He's making deep shots, but they're easy because they're so focused on Simmons and Embiid. Not only that, they're focused on Saric, they're focused on Redick. Simmons has guys that he can just spread the ball around to, similar to the way how LeBron did all those years in the league. So Covington, I just love how this Covington's playing this year. He's a true 3-and-D guy. He's got long limbs. He's a good perimeter defender. He can block shots. He gets steals. He's one of those guys that's very valuable in this day and age where you have a stretch 4, a stretch 5. And Covington, man, I just love what he does at the free throw line where he takes out his mouth guard, places it right here. And then after he's done shooting his free throws, he puts it back in his mouth. I mean, you know that's going to be in 2K. You know that's going to be NBA 2K 18 or 19, excuse me. You know that's going to be in there. But I just love what the Sixers are right now. To me, the Sixers are the most exciting team to watch in Philly. Yes, I said it. They're the most exciting team to watch in Philly. Just the athleticism, the speed, overall. I just love where the Sixers are right now. I said trust the process. Many people were against Sam Hinkie in the process and said, oh, well, what is Sam Hinkie doing? I can't stand all this losing. I can't stand to watch a team that is losing games on purpose. Well, hey, start from the bottom, now we're here. So I just look at it this way. It doesn't matter that they tank those games. Tanking is a part of sports. How do you expect to be good? How bad do you want to be good? The only way you get good is if you're bad. You have to be bad for a period of time. You can't name one team, not one team, that started off just being good. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. You have to get the draft picks, unless we're talking about like the back in the 70s where a lot of the drafts were territorial. And so you had Oscar Robertson automatically get drafted by the Cincinnati Royals. That's like way back. We're not dealing with that. So overall, I just think that the Sixers are the most exciting team in Philly right now. And I just love to watch how Embiid plays. I love the way how Embiid, he just continues to play mind games with opposing teams. He just knows how to get underneath people's skin. And he doesn't care. He has fun with it. He knows he's good. He knows how good he is. He knew how good he was before he even got on the floor. He was telling people, hey, I'm going to show people how good I'm going to be. He was tweeting out to Kim Kardashian, and he wasn't even playing at that time. Then during last year, during the All-Star break, he was trying to slide into Rihanna's DMs. So you see, he's having fun. He's having fun. That's the kind of player that you want in Philadelphia. But other role players, and the thing that's crazy is Markelle Fultz is not even playing, and the Sixers are playing this well. Yeah, Markelle Fultz is not playing, and they'll probably get value out of Jahlil Okafor, who's not playing. And I just think that also you look at the way Redick is playing. Redick had an off game last night, going against his former team. But overall, he's a guy that veteran guy, that guy that you need. Him and Amir Johnson are veteran guys. So it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun watching them on Wednesday, playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. Lonzo Ball, I'm still standing by. I think Lonzo and Simmons will both win Rookie of the Year. Simmons is ahead of him right now. Simmons is averaging 17 points, 10 rebounds, just under 8 assists. And you have Lonzo, who's averaging 8 points, I think 7 rebounds, and just under 6 assists. So it's pretty close. To me, it's going to be close toward the end, even though right now it doesn't appear that way. So that's all I need to say at this point in time. At this point in time, I think the Sixers and Philly are the most exciting team to watch. I rest my case.